Out of all the planets in the universe, one planet is truly special, and that planet is Earth, our home, the only known world where life exists. Many planets may share certain similarities with Earth, but there is one thing that makes our planet completely unique: water, the very thing that gives Earth its nickname, the Blue Planet. When we think about survival, many things come to mind, but if we talk about the most essential things for life, two stand above everything else: air and water. Water has always been the foundation of life and civilization. In fact, from ancient times, human civilizations developed only in places where water was available. But have you ever stopped and wondered, where did all this water actually come from? The same water that is so easily available to us today. How did it first arrive on Earth? Doesn't that story deserve to be told? Today, we're going to explore one of the biggest mysteries in planetary science. How did water come to Earth? But to understand this incredible mystery, you need to stay with us until the end. Let's begin. If we look at Earth today, we see vast oceans, rivers, lakes, glaciers, and underground water reserves. Nearly 70% of Earth's surface is covered with water. Most of it exists in the oceans, although ocean water is salty and not directly drinkable. Fresh water makes up only a tiny fraction of Earth's total water, stored mainly in rivers, lakes, glaciers, and underground aquifers. Water has shaped human civilization for thousands of years, from the ancient Indus Valley civilization in India, to Egypt along the Nile River, to Mesopotamia between the Tigris and Euphrates. Every great civilization was born near water. In fact, ancient Egypt was often called the gift of the Nile. Water has never been just scientifically important. It is also deeply connected to religion, culture, and human belief systems. In countries like India, water is considered sacred, and rivers like the Ganges are worshipped as divine. But here's the real question: if rain gives us water today, then where did the very first water come from? We all know that rain forms from water vapor in Earth's atmosphere. But where did that original water come from in the beginning? For centuries, scientists struggled to answer this question. The mystery of Earth's water has confused researchers, astronomers, and geologists for a very long time. And the reason is simple. Early Earth looked nothing like the beautiful blue planet we know today. Around 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was born as a giant ball of fire. There were no oceans, no rivers, no life. Nothing but molten rock, volcanic eruptions, poisonous gases, and unimaginable heat. Everywhere you looked, there was lava, fire, and destruction. Was impossible. And water? It didn't exist here at all. So how did this burning world transform into a planet overflowing with oceans and life? That is where the story becomes fascinating. Scientists believe the origin of Earth's water is directly connected to the formation of the solar system itself. When the solar system was forming, it was made from a giant cloud of gas and dust floating in space. During this time, Earth was extremely hot. But over the years, scientists developed several theories to explain how water arrived here. One of the oldest theories is called the volcanic activity theory. According to this idea, Earth's early volcanoes released huge amounts of gases into the atmosphere through continuous eruptions. These gases included hydrogen and oxygen, the key ingredients needed to create water. As Earth slowly cooled down, the water vapor in the atmosphere condensed into clouds. Then came rain, massive rainstorms. Scientists believe it may have rained continuously for millions of years. That rain slowly filled giant basins on Earth's surface, eventually creating the first oceans. This theory explains how Earth's atmosphere and oceans may have formed naturally from volcanic gases. But there's a problem. Many scientists argue that volcanic gases alone may not have been enough to create all the water present on Earth today. After all, Earth contains an enormous amount of water. Could all of it really come only from inside the planet? That question led scientists toward another theory, the comet theory. According to this theory, Earth's water actually came from outer space. During the early formation of the solar system, countless comets and meteorites were crashing into planets continuously. Comets are mostly made of ice, dust, and frozen gases. When these icy comets collided with Earth, they may have delivered huge amounts of water to the planet. Over time, that water accumulated and formed oceans, lakes, and rivers. It sounds convincing, but once again, scientists discovered a problem. The chemical composition of water found in many comets does not perfectly match the water found on Earth. So researchers began exploring another possibility: asteroids. This idea is called the meteorite or asteroid theory. Scientists discovered that certain carbon-rich meteorites contain hydrated minerals and water particles very similar to Earth's water. These meteorites were extremely common in the early solar system. As they repeatedly bombarded Earth billions of years ago, they may have delivered enormous amounts of water to the young planet. Among all theories, this one currently has some of the strongest scientific support. In fact, many researchers today believe that asteroids played a major role in bringing water to Earth. And honestly, when you think about it, the early Earth must have looked terrifying. Massive volcanoes erupting everywhere, while giant asteroids and comets rained down from space. It was complete chaos. But hidden inside that destruction was the beginning of life itself. Many of those incoming objects carried ice. Some vaporized before reaching Earth's surface because of the extreme heat. But others survived the impact, melted into liquid water, and slowly began collecting across Earth's surface. Over millions of years, the first oceans were born. But scientists didn't stop there. To solve this mystery, they conducted countless experiments using telescopes, spacecraft, meteorite samples, and planetary studies. One important breakthrough came from studying water isotopes. In science, isotopes are slightly different versions of elements. Researchers carefully analyzed hydrogen and deuterium ratios in Earth's water and compared them with water found in meteorites. Surprisingly, they matched closely. This gave strong evidence that at least part of Earth's water likely came from asteroids and meteorites. And there's more. Scientists have discovered signs of water not only on Earth, but also on the Moon and Mars. These discoveries suggest that water may actually be common throughout the solar system. Recently, researchers even proposed another surprising possibility: solar wind. Yes, even the sun itself may have contributed to Earth's water. Solar wind contains hydrogen particles constantly flowing through space. When these particles interact with oxygen-rich minerals on planetary surfaces, they can potentially create water molecules. This idea is still being studied, but it opens an entirely new perspective on the origin of water. Now think about what happened next. As Earth cooled further, water vapor condensed into rainfall. The rain continued for millions of years. Slowly, oceans formed. And inside those oceans, life may have begun. Scientists believe the earliest forms of life were born in water. The oceans protected early organisms from harsh radiation, asteroid impacts, volcanic activity, and the unstable conditions of young Earth. Water became the safe environment where life could evolve. From tiny microorganisms, to fish, to giant dinosaurs, and eventually humans, every known form of life traces its origins back to water. That's why water is not just another substance, it is the foundation of life itself. Even after centuries of scientific research, we still do not know the complete truth about how water arrived on Earth. Volcanic activity, comets, asteroids, solar wind. All of these may have played a role. The full story is still incomplete. But every discovery helps us better understand Earth's history and the mysteries of the solar system. And today, this mystery has become more important than ever. Because while scientists continue searching for the origin of water, humanity is now facing a global water crisis. Climate change, global warming, droughts, and pollution are threatening freshwater supplies across the planet, which raises an important question. Could Earth someday run out of usable water? It's a frightening possibility. That's why scientists and environmentalists constantly emphasize water conservation, because water is not just important for life. Water is life. So what do you think? Where do you believe Earth's water really came from? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more science mysteries and space documentaries.